League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Hawks and the 49ers coming up next.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And we're off from Levi Stadium. Starting from the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. They're led out by someone amidst their second act as an NFL QB. He was a second-rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
When Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year, it was really hard to find another comp. You know, the NFL, we love to always compare and contrast guys from different eras or project them moving forward. But there just were not many stories like Geno Smith, who just waited and persevered a decade in the NFL before he flourished. But what came to life finally was just the arm strength, the accuracy, the playmaking ability that was there at West Virginia, and it just took some time and maybe a little love from Pete Carroll at that time to really elevate his confidence and elevate his game.
From the gun, Smith. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Tyler Lockett on that play. And now they need to get 4 on third down. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send them off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing them up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him. He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
I'll tell you what, you give him another foot of space, and he's going to bring that in for a nice gain. The throw, it just didn't give him enough real estate to establish possession before he hit the sideline.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On third down, Purdy. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
It's a punt coming from the Niners on 4th down, and Mitch Wisnowski out to boot it away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be Seahawks football. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Left side caught by Metcalf. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They give up the gut to Walker. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
On 3rd down, Walker. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
1st down, Smith to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Smith. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Smith. Looking for a target. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. San Francisco headed out for its 2nd possession of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Purdy on 1st down. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Back to the air on 2nd, Purdy. That's complete to Kittle on the sideline. And he gets up close to the 25 before going out of bounds. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a 49er 1st down. Motion man sent left. Purdy throwing here on 1st. He'll get this to Samuel. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. To throw again, it's Purdy. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to be set up in goal to go after a great return down inside the 10.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
First and goal, here's Walker. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up second and goal.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it, thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That throw finds Kittle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. 7-0 is our score. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They'll try to attack this deficit, starting with 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that window was open down the field, but this league is so fast. And these defenders, well, they closed the gap before that throw could arrive.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Purdy to throw it. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Hits his running back. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Mitch Wisnowski headed back out as they'll punt it away once more. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. Ooh, some excellent English on that punt. This one makes it all the way to the 6 before the team touches down. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
This is Walker on 2nd. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. Oh, he trucked that defender. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Metcalf's got it. Complete. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Walker on 1st down. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Charvarius Ward brings him down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He puts some power on a deep one left. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. It's Walker on the option. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Cut near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal. Walker. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Trying again, Walker goes up and over for the touchdown. The Seahawks grow their lead just before halftime. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. First down throw by Purdy. Completed here to McCaffrey. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now Purdy. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
He'll dump this one off to his fought off a tackle, but he lost the football! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he could absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
The Seahawks and this running back headed back out for a new series. And with all their timeouts remaining, Brock, they may be able to put a little something together here before halftime. First down, Smith to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the 49ers get it back at the 45-yard line following that interception return. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Purdy looking to throw. That's brought in by Jennings. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down by Reek Woolen. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 47, brought in by Ayuk. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Working quickly here. 3rd down from the gun. Caught into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That brings us to the break, and it's the Seahawks taking a lead into that visiting locker room. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. And you tell us this all the time, Brock. Touchdowns aren't the only stats that make a quarterback, right? Yep, he's nodding right now. But the absence of any from his ledger, well, that's problematic. And his struggles are indicative of the challenge that this offense as a group has really been fighting all game long. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. Into the hands of Kittle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Slot man motioned over. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Got a man, McCaffrey has it. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Handoff now from the gun. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, that's one of those plays when you call it, you expect to get decent yards every time. Seeing it stopped at the line, man, that's deflating offensively.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That finds Ayuk, complete. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense.
Crucial foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So maybe the last person you'd expect to get tagged, but that's roughing the passer on one of the cornerbacks. Purdy on first down. Throwing the out route, complete. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there, brought down by Reek Woolen.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They kick the running back in motion. From the 33 on 2nd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Hits him on the out route. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They're now set for 1st and 10. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun is Purdy. The throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. Gets in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Now the 49ers deciding to keep the offense on the field. They're going for 2. Trying for it on the ground. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. That lead already smaller than it was at the break, Brock, and they're going to face a little pressure now on this opening series. Smith on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Hand off to Walker from the gun. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll head up, 1st and 10 from the 42. Running with Walker again. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Staying with Walker. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on that game. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Gets this to Fant. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 42. Completed to Lockett. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the gun, Smith. Connects with Fant. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Now Walker. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. So we're through 3 here. It's the Seahawks with it, currently with a not quite so comfortable lead. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Now Smith. Pass taken in by Lockett. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Samuel now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a short gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They send a tight end in motion. Play action now with Purdy. Complete out to the right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Purdy throwing here on first. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they make the tackle at the 38. 16 yards on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
New set of downs for him at the 38. To throw again, it's Purdy. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. One of the tight ends motioning right. Back to the air on 2nd. Purdy. Brought in by Ayuk. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down throw by Purdy. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I love throwing that first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and goal. They've got 4 chances to tie this one up. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Shakes himself free. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal. Running back sent in motion. Still sticking with the passing game. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Back to throw it. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher.
I get it in baseball. That 27th out, it's just different than the other 26. And these 100 yards and these inches right near the goal line, well, they're the toughest to get. And this defense, give them some credit, man. Put a gold star by that effort to hold them inches away on the previous down and then to get the sack. Game-changing kind of plays.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers down by a touchdown. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Motioning one of the tight ends. Flushed out of the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers find a way to tie it late. Brock Purdy with the touchdown. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
They have this try now to put them in front late. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. The Seahawks returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Tried getting it to Tyler Lockett. So 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Setting up to pass. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Throwing now. He just throws this one away.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. To throw. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Lining up to take a knee on second down. The 49ers only moments away from finalizing this victory as they take a knee. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. Final kneel down here, and that should put a bow on this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. It'll be Mitch Wisnowski doing the honors. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one, just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.